guys, on Sunday night I went to see Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince, and this is my review. I'm not going to go through everything, and it's definitely not going to be chronological. My favourite, absolute favourite, was probably when Harry was on the Felix Felicis. I just thought that he was so funny. I don't really like Dan as Harry Potter because I think he takes himself too seriously, but when he did that scene, I just thought that was how I imagined Harry Potter to be, and it was just so funny, and the way he bounced off of Hagrid and Slughorn was just so I was literally in hysterics. Another bit I loved was Ron on the love potion. That was just too good. Rupert Grint is a comic genius, and the bit when he gets poisoned, oh my god, I was so scared, even though, like, deep down I know that he doesn't die. I was actually sitting there listening and thinking, oh my god, does he die in this book? Emma Watson's learnt to act. I can't believe it. After all these years, she finally is Hermione, and because I always think that she is Hermione but as Emma Watson, but this time she seemed like Emma Watson as Hermione. Like, that is how I think Hermione should be. So she properly acted, and I don't think that she does in any of the other ones, and her eyebrows remained under control. I thought that Jessie Caver's Lavender Brown was perfect, just how I imagined. Cormac McLagan, he's hot. Why would Hermione go for Ron when he was there? Seriously, wow. Tom Felton, whoa. I always find him a bit forced as an actor, but I think that in this he was perfect. Didn't really like Helen McCroy's Narcissa, which is a shame, because when I met her at the premiere she was so lovely, but I don't think she came across as maternal enough. And also, why did she have half brunette hair? She was meant to be Narcissa Malfoy, not Cruella de Vil. I think it really came across in this film that Michael Gambon hasn't read the books. I've never liked Michael Gambon as much, but in this one I really didn't like him as Dumbledore. I liked the way that David Yates kept in a lot of the like funny Dumbledore lines, like Pip Pip and I do love knitting patterns. I was so pleased that he kept those in, but I really didn't like Michael Gambon as Dumbledore, which is a shame, but you know, he died, so I guess we don't have to see him that much in the next two films. Oh, I thought Maggie Smith, McGonagall, looked so old and ill. The first thing I thought when I saw her was, oh my god, is she going to make it for the next one? I know that sounds really morbid and horrible, but she looked awful. She just looked so frail, and oh, it's a shame because she's like the perfect McGonagall. Loved Weasley's Wizard Wheezes. I thought the shop was just exactly how I imagined it, and I love James and Oliver Phelps. I thought they were brilliant. But why weren't they wearing magenta robes? See, it's stuff like that they change, and it's just unnecessary. They could have easily just done the magenta robes, and it wouldn't, like, have, you know, it was just stupid that they had to change that. I really, really don't like Bonnie Wright. I think she is the rubbishest actress, rubbishest Ginny that there could be. She's meant to be quirky and have, like, kind of sparkiness, and she was just a wet mop. She was a wet mop. She was just like, close your eyes. What the fuck? Seriously? And the kiss was so bad. Oh my god, it was so just... It was awful, like the cheesy music and the camera angle, I just didn't like it. That was awful. Really didn't like it. It was probably that was the bit when I was literally sitting in the cinema like, I could barely watch it. It was really, really embarrassing to watch. It was uncomfortable to watch. The bit at the end in the cavey thing I thought was really, really good. I didn't like the Inferi. I thought they were a bit too... They didn't look like people, and they should have looked more like people, as after all they are dead bodies. Dumbledore's death I didn't like because that isn't what happened in the book. How hard would it have been to put Harry under the invisibility cloak? I thought, at first when I heard there was no funeral, I was proper pissed off. But the raising of the wand scene I thought was perfect, and I'm glad they didn't do a funeral after that. The raising of the wands was that was impactful. That was really, really strong. I loved it. Kind of forgot to finish off that video yesterday, so I'm doing it now. It's 12:30 and I've just woken up. Back to Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince. Content-wise, I thought they actually did a very good job. There was obviously stuff missed out, for example, Bill and Fleur, which I was very disappointed in. But they blew up the burrow, so there's nowhere to put their wedding anyway. Why did they blow up the burrow? Like, I can kind of get my head around why they'd have to take stuff out. I mean, obviously, timing. Why add stuff in? It just defeats the whole point. And if they were going to blow up the burrow, they could have at least done it well. It was a shitty scene. Sorry, but can you, like, Harry running through the cornfields chasing Bellatrix? There's no way Molly would have just stood there. She would have run straight away. And I just thought it was crap. And also, like, Ginny jumped through this ring of fire and she was wearing, like, a dressing gown which looked quite flammable. That was just stupid. There was no point to that scene. I don't get the relevance of that scene. The Millennium Bridge collapsing at the beginning, that book is set in 1997, before the Millennium Bridge was there. A lot of people getting kind of het up about the fact that Horcruxes weren't mentioned that often. I don't think that's a problem. I think the fact that they're making the last book into 2 films will sort that out. I think they can do that at the beginning of the next one, just kind of establish what a Horcrux is. They've got to go find them all, and then Voldemort can die. I do think content-wise, overall, they did a pretty good job. To sum up, Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince, I actually loved the film. I had a very good time watching it. I just thought there was lots of the humour from the book. For the first time, I thought they put enough of the humour in. And the acting was good for once. And I really, really enjoyed it. But I do think that it's a good job that I hadn't read the book recently, because I think if I had read the book recently, I'd have probably have hated the film. I'm definitely going to watch it again, and it might even be the first Harry Potter DVD that I buy. And also, today is 2 years since my Deathly Hallows review got featured. So, yay! It's a special day. I will see you all soon.